Hey guys, we're out here today at a very hot Texas Motor Speedway for round 7 of the Formula Drift World Championship. Today, we thought it'd be fun to take you, our viewer, for a ride in the Oracle Lighting Dodge Viper. For some of you guys that maybe aren't so familiar with drifting, I want you to see just what a wild ride this is. So, before we go get strapped in, let's head over to the pits, meet our driver, Dean Kearney, learn a little bit more about the Viper and the track here at Texas Motor Speedway. Alright, so we're over here with our driver, Dean Kearney. How are you, sir?
How are you, Justin? Good to see you.
Great. So, Dean, can you give us a walkthrough? Tell us about the car. Tell us what makes this car so damn fast.
Yeah, so it's a Dodge Viper motor. It's 8.3 liters, D-stroke to 7.9. It has a different crank, pistons, rods, aftermarket heads, Wilson manifold, and a Paxton supercharger. It's making about 1150 horsepower with nitrous as well, so it's pretty sick.
All right, so tell us a little bit about this track. What do you like about Texas Motor Speedway? What makes this track unique?
Yeah, so this track is quite different actually to almost every other track on the calendar. It starts off pretty slow, then you pick up a lot of speed all the way around. There's no banks, it's flat paved, and then you have to decel the car, drop down a gear, come out to a big outer zone wall, and then accelerate back up again. So there's a lot of speed and steering and angle changes in this track.
Cool. Thanks for showing us the car.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Good luck today. We're looking forward to riding along, getting to experience what it's like to drive a real 1,000 or 1,000+ horsepower drift car out on this racetrack.
Yeah, man, I can't wait to see the expression on your face.
Yeah, me too. So one thing you may notice in this vehicle is the emergency brake. This isn't like a normal emergency brake you have in your car. On a normal emergency brake, you have a cable-driven brake that goes with a small caliper that sets the emergency brake. In this case, this is hydraulic-assisted emergency brake that goes to a full-size caliper on the rear. What that's going to do is to allow Dean to completely lock up these wheels at speeds into the triple digits. Another thing you're going to notice about this car is that there is no insulation. It is essentially just a tube chassis, which makes this thing extremely light. So when you couple an extremely light vehicle with about 1,100+ horsepower, you can imagine we're going to get some pretty interesting results once this thing gets out on the racetrack. It was really, I mean, it went by super fast. It was way quicker than I expected. I think the main difference, like when you watch it on TV, the cars kind of go around the track and it's almost like a ballet. They just kind of smoothly go around. But when you're in it, it's so much more violent. It's so much more visceral. Like, it's hard to explain. There's no insulation in the car, so you feel the engine. There's no insulators or anything. You feel the engine, you feel the RPMs, and when you're out there, it's not smooth. It's not like you're just in a skid. You feel the wheel hop. You feel just the violence in it. It was extremely intense. It was way more intense than what I was prepared for, I think. When you get to the first corner, you think there's no possible way you're going to be able to make this turn. It feels like you're just going to go off, and that's coming from like a more normal racing background. You're carrying way too much speed. There's no way you're going to make this corner, and then he just grabs a big handful of e-brake and throws the car sideways and just carries that momentum all the way through the turn. And going into the second turn, just having that momentum flip back around, it was a wild ride, put it that way.